Rewire your mind for financial success. Imagine waking up every day with the unshakable confidence that your financial future is secure, not because of luck, but because you've rewired your mind to master money like never before. What if I told you that in the next 30 minutes, you could unlock the secrets to transforming your relationship with money, crushing self-doubt, and building wealth that lasts a lifetime, starting with nothing but the thoughts in your head? This audio isn't just another money talk, it's a life-changing journey that will grip your heart and ignite your drive. By the time you finish listening, you'll feel a surge of empowerment, armed with practical, mind-shifting strategies to take control of your finances. You'll discover how to shatter the limiting beliefs that have held you back, like, "I'll never have enough," or, "I'm just not good with money," and replace them with a mindset that attracts wealth like a magnet. You'll learn how to turn small, everyday choices into a powerful snowball of financial momentum that grows exponentially, giving you the freedom to live life on your terms, whether that's traveling the world, securing your family's future, or leaving a legacy that echoes for generations. We'll dive into emotionally charged techniques, like financial curiosity loops, gratitude journaling, and storytelling through data, that will make you feel unstoppable, as if every dollar you earn, save, or invest is a step toward a bigger, bolder version of yourself. You'll walk away with a burning sense of purpose, knowing exactly how to align your money with your deepest values, dodge the trap of lifestyle inflation, and embrace calculated risks that open doors to abundance. This isn't about quick fixes or empty promises, it's about real, raw transformation that will leave you inspired to act, confident in your choices, and ready to build a financial empire that reflects who you are. Stick with me until the end, and you'll feel like you've unlocked a hidden superpower, one that makes financial success not just possible, but inevitable. As you listen to this, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell to stay updated whenever we post a new audio. To achieve financial success, you must first understand that it's not just about numbers, budgets, or investment strategies. It's about your mind, how you think, how you perceive money, and how you approach decisions that shape your financial future. Rewiring your mind for financial success means transforming your mental framework, dismantling limiting beliefs, and cultivating habits that align with your goals. This process is not about quick fixes or overnight riches, it's a deliberate journey of self-awareness, discipline, and growth. By reshaping your mindset, you can unlock the potential to make smarter choices, overcome obstacles, and build lasting wealth. At the core of this transformation is the recognition that your relationship with money is deeply rooted in your psychology. From childhood, you absorb ideas about money from your environment, parents, friends, culture, and media. Maybe you grew up hearing phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or, "Rich people are greedy," which planted seeds of scarcity or guilt. These early influences shape your money mindset, often without you realizing it. If you believe money is hard to come by or that wealth is inherently wrong, those beliefs will subtly guide your actions, leading you to self-sabotage opportunities for financial growth. The first step in rewiring your mind is identifying these ingrained beliefs and questioning their validity. Start by reflecting on your current attitudes toward money. Ask yourself, what emotions come up when you think about finances? Do you feel anxious, overwhelmed, or in control? Write down any recurring thoughts or phrases you associate with money. For example, if you think, "I'll never have enough," that's a scarcity mindset talking. This mindset can trap you in a cycle of fear-driven decisions, like hoarding money instead of investing it or avoiding risks that could lead to growth. Once you identify these limiting beliefs, challenge them. Replace, "I'll never have enough," with, "I have the ability to create opportunities for wealth." This simple shift in language can begin to reframe your perspective, opening the door to new possibilities. Mindset shifts alone aren't enough, you need to pair them with practical habits. One of the most powerful habits for financial success is goal setting. Without clear goals, your efforts lack direction, and it's easy to fall into reactive patterns, spending impulsively or neglecting long-term planning. Set specific, measurable, and realistic financial goals. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to be rich," define what rich means to you. Is it having $100,000 in savings, owning a home, or retiring early? Break your goals into smaller milestones, like saving $500 a month or paying off a specific debt by year-end. These smaller steps make the journey less daunting and give you a sense of progress, which fuels motivation. Discipline is the backbone of financial success, and it starts with how you manage your daily choices. Think of your mind as a muscle that needs consistent exercise to stay strong. One way to build this discipline is through budgeting. A budget isn't just a tool for tracking expenses, it's a reflection of your priorities. When you create a budget, you're telling your money where to go instead of letting it slip through your fingers. Start by tracking your income and expenses for a month to see where your money is actually going. You might be surprised to find how much you spend on non-essentials like coffee runs or subscriptions you rarely use. From there, allocate your income intentionally, prioritize savings, debt repayment, and investments before discretionary spending. This habit trains your mind to value long-term stability over short-term gratification. Another key aspect of rewiring your mind is embracing delayed gratification. In a world of instant access, same-day delivery, one-tap purchases, social media showcasing lavish lifestyles, it's easy to fall into the trap of wanting everything now. But wealth building is a long game. Studies show that people who can delay gratification tend to achieve more financially because they prioritize future rewards over immediate pleasures. Practice this by starting small. Skip one impulse purchase this week and redirect that money to your savings or an investment account. Over time, these small choices compound, much like interest in a savings account, creating significant results. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to financial success, and it often manifests as avoidance. Maybe you avoid checking your bank account because you're afraid of what you'll see, or you shy away from investing because you fear losing money. Rewiring your mind means confronting these fears head-on. Educate yourself to demystify the unknown. If investing feels intimidating, start with basic resources, books like The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham or free online courses on platforms like Coursera. Knowledge reduces fear by giving you confidence to act. You don't need to become a financial expert overnight, but taking small steps to understand concepts like compound interest, diversification, or retirement accounts can make the process less daunting. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset. If you surround yourself with people who are reckless with money or dismissive of financial goals, their attitudes can rub off on you. Seek out individuals who inspire you to think bigger, people who are disciplined, goal-oriented, and open about their financial journeys. This doesn't mean you need to ditch your current friends, but intentionally build a network that supports your growth. Join online communities, attend financial workshops, or find a mentor who's achieved the kind of success you aspire to. Their habits and perspectives will influence you, subtly reinforcing the mindset you're trying to cultivate. Another critical shift is moving from a consumer mindset to a creator mindset. A consumer mindset focuses on spending, buying the latest gadgets, chasing trends, or keeping up with others. A creator mindset focuses on building, creating value, solving problems, and generating income. This doesn't mean you need to start a business, though entrepreneurship is one path. It could be as simple as developing a side hustle, learning a high-demand skill, or investing in assets that grow over time. Ask yourself, how can I create value for others? Maybe you have a knack for writing, teaching, or fixing things. Turning those skills into income streams shifts your focus from spending to earning and investing, which is a hallmark of financial success. Emotional intelligence is often overlooked in financial discussions, but it's a game changer. Your emotions influence your money decisions more than you might think. For example, stress might lead to impulse purchases as a form of retail therapy, or overconfidence might push you into risky investments without proper research. Practice self-awareness by pausing before making financial decisions. Ask yourself, am I acting out of fear, excitement, or logic? Journaling can help you track these patterns over time. By understanding your emotional triggers, you can make more rational choices, like sticking to your budget during a stressful week or avoiding a hot investment tip that feels too good to be true. One practical way to strengthen your financial mindset is to automate good habits. Automation removes the burden of constant decision-making, which can wear down your discipline. Set up automatic transfers to your savings or investment accounts each month. This ensures you're prioritizing wealth building without having to think about it. Similarly, automate bill payments to avoid late fees and reduce financial stress. By designing systems that work in the background, you free up mental energy to focus on bigger goals, like learning new skills or exploring income opportunities. Risk is an inevitable part of financial success, but it's often misunderstood. Rewiring your mind means reframing risk as a tool, not a threat. Not all risks are reckless, calculated risks, backed by research and planning, are how wealth is built. For example, investing in the stock market carries risk, but over time, diversified portfolios have historically delivered strong returns. The real risk is doing nothing, letting inflation erode your savings or missing opportunities out of fear. Start small if you're risk-averse. Invest a modest amount in a low-cost index fund or try a side hustle with minimal upfront costs. As you gain confidence, you can scale up, always balancing risk with preparation. Your self-worth is another factor that influences your financial success. If you don't believe you deserve wealth, you might unconsciously sabotage your efforts, overspending to feel better or shying away from opportunities because you feel not good enough. Building self-worth starts with recognizing your inherent value. You don't need to be perfect to achieve financial success, you just need to be consistent. Celebrate small wins, like sticking to your budget for a month or learning a new financial concept. These victories reinforce your belief in your ability to grow, which fuels further progress. Time is your greatest asset when it comes to building wealth, and rewiring your mind means respecting its power. The earlier you start saving and investing, the more you benefit from compound interest. For example, if you invest $5,000 at age 25 with an average annual return of 7%, it could grow to over $70,000 by age 65, even if you never add another dollar. Wait until age 35, and that same $5,000 grows to only about $35,000 by 65. The lesson: start now, even if it's with a small amount. This mindset shift, valuing time over perfection, can make a massive difference in your financial future. Failure is another area where mindset matters. Financial setbacks, like a bad investment or unexpected expense, can feel crushing, but they're also opportunities to learn. Instead of dwelling on mistakes, analyze them. What went wrong? What can you do differently? This growth-oriented approach turns failures into stepping stones. For example, if you overspend one month, review your budget, identify the trigger, and adjust your plan. By treating setbacks as feedback, you build resilience and avoid repeating the same mistakes. Gratitude is a surprisingly powerful tool for financial success. When you focus on what you lack, you reinforce a scarcity mindset, which can lead to poor decisions like overspending to keep up, or taking unnecessary risks to catch up. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus to what you already have, creating a sense of abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring your goals, it means appreciating your progress while striving for more. Try writing down 3 things each day that you're grateful for financially: a steady paycheck, a paid-off credit card, or even the ability to buy a coffee. Over time, this habit rewires your brain to see opportunities rather than obstacles. Financial success also requires clarity about your why. Why do you want to build wealth? Is it to provide for your family, travel the world, or retire early? Your why is your motivation, and it keeps you grounded when temptations or setbacks arise. Write down your reasons and revisit them regularly, especially when making tough financial decisions. For example, if your goal is to buy a home for your family, skipping that expensive vacation becomes easier when you visualize the bigger picture. A strong why aligns your actions with your values, making discipline feel purposeful rather than restrictive. Another mindset shift is learning to see money as a tool, not an end goal. Money itself doesn't bring happiness, it's what you do with it that matters. This perspective helps you avoid the trap of chasing wealth for its own sake, which can lead to burnout or unethical choices. Instead, focus on how money can serve your life, whether it's creating security, funding experiences, or supporting causes you care about. This shift reduces the emotional weight of financial decisions and helps you stay grounded in your values. Consistency is more important than intensity when rewiring your mind. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Small, steady actions, like saving $10 a week, reading one financial article a month, or reviewing your budget regularly, build momentum over time. Think of it like planting a seed. It doesn't grow into a tree instantly, but with consistent care, it becomes strong and resilient. Track your progress to stay motivated. A simple spreadsheet or app can help you see how your savings, investments, or debt repayment are trending over time. Finally, patience is essential. Financial success is a marathon, not a sprint. Society often glorifies overnight success stories, but the reality is that most wealth is built slowly through disciplined habits and smart choices. Rewiring your mind means embracing this long-term perspective. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, and trust that your efforts will compound. Every step you take, whether it's saving an extra $50, learning a new skill, or challenging a limiting belief, moves you closer to financial freedom. By focusing on these principles, self-awareness, discipline, delayed gratification, education, environment, emotional intelligence, automation, calculated risk, self-worth, time, resilience, gratitude, purpose, and patience, you can rewire your mind for financial success. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Start where you are, take small steps, and trust the process. Over time, these changes will transform not just your finances but your entire approach to life, empowering you to build the future you envision. As you continue the journey of rewiring your mind for financial success, it's essential to dive deeper into the nuances of how your thoughts, behaviors, and environment shape your financial outcomes. The process is not a one-size-fits-all formula, it's a dynamic, evolving practice that requires you to adapt, learn, and refine your approach over time. The goal is to build a mental framework that not only supports wealth building but also fosters a sense of confidence, purpose, and fulfillment in your financial life. Let's explore additional layers of this transformation, introducing fresh perspectives and actionable strategies to keep you engaged and motivated. One often overlooked aspect of financial success is the power of visualization. Your mind is a powerful tool, and visualizing your financial goals can bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Visualization isn't about daydreaming, it's about creating a vivid mental picture of your desired future and using it to guide your actions. For example, if your goal is to retire early, picture yourself living that life, perhaps traveling to new places, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing a passion project without financial stress. Spend a few minutes each day imagining this scenario in detail. What does your day look like? How do you feel? This practice strengthens your motivation and keeps your goals front and center, making it easier to say no to distractions like impulsive spending. Studies in psychology suggest that visualization can enhance performance by priming your brain to recognize opportunities and act on them. Pair this with concrete steps, like setting up a retirement account or increasing your contributions, to turn your vision into reality. Another critical element is cultivating a growth mindset, a concept popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can develop through effort and learning. In the context of finances, this means believing you can improve your financial literacy, decision-making, and wealth-building skills, even if you're starting from zero. Many people fall into the trap of a fixed mindset, thinking, "I'm just not good with money," or, "investing is for smart people." These self-imposed limits block progress. To counter this, embrace challenges as opportunities to grow. If you make a financial mistake, say, a poorly timed investment, don't see it as proof of failure. Instead, analyze what happened, learn from it, and adjust your strategy. This mindset shift empowers you to take risks, experiment, and improve over time, which is essential for long-term financial success. Let's talk about the role of curiosity in rewiring your mind. Curiosity drives you to ask questions, seek knowledge, and explore new possibilities. Instead of accepting your current financial situation as just how it is, get curious. Why are you spending more than you earn? What's stopping you from investing? How do others achieve financial independence? This inquisitive approach leads to discoveries that can transform your financial trajectory. For instance, you might research side hustles and find one that aligns with your skills, like freelance writing or tutoring. Or you might stumble upon a podcast about personal finance that introduces you to concepts like tax-advantaged accounts or passive income streams. Curiosity also keeps you open to new tools and technologies, like robo-advisors or budgeting apps, that simplify wealth building. Make it a habit to learn something new about money each week, whether it's reading an article, watching a video, or experimenting with a new strategy. Another transformative concept is reframing your relationship with failure. Financial setbacks, whether it's a failed business venture, a stock market dip, or an unexpected expense, can feel like personal defeats. But failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every successful person has faced setbacks. What sets them apart is their ability to learn and keep moving forward. Rewiring your mind means seeing failure as data. For example, if you overspend on a vacation, don't just feel guilty, break it down. What triggered the overspending? Was it poor planning, social pressure, or lack of a budget? Use this insight to adjust your habits, like setting a strict travel budget next time or saving up in advance. This analytical approach turns failures into lessons, building your resilience and sharpening your financial acumen. One practical way to reinforce this mindset is by creating a financial feedback loop. This involves regularly reviewing your financial decisions and their outcomes. Set aside time each month to assess your progress. Did you stick to your budget? How did your investments perform? What unexpected expenses arose, and how did you handle them? Write down your observations and use them to refine your strategy. This habit not only keeps you accountable but also trains your mind to think critically about money. Over time, you'll notice patterns, like a tendency to overspend during certain seasons or a knack for spotting good investment opportunities, that you can leverage to your advantage. Let's explore the concept of financial minimalism as a mindset shift. Minimalism isn't just about decluttering your home. It's about simplifying your financial life to focus on what truly matters. Many people get trapped in a cycle of complexity, managing multiple credit cards, chasing every investment trend, or juggling unnecessary subscriptions. This clutter creates stress and distracts from your goals. Financial minimalism means streamlining your finances to align with your priorities. For example, consolidate your accounts to reduce fees and simplify tracking. Cancel subscriptions you don't use. Focus on a few high-quality investments rather than spreading yourself thin across dozens. This approach frees up mental space, reduces decision fatigue, and helps you stay focused on your long-term vision. Another powerful strategy is to redefine wealth on your own terms. Society often equates wealth with flashy cars, designer clothes, or a big house, but these external markers can lead you astray if they don't align with your values. Rewiring your mind means deciding what wealth means to you. Maybe it's the freedom to work part-time so you can spend more time with your kids. Maybe it's having enough savings to weather any emergency. Or maybe it's the ability to donate generously to causes you care about. Whatever your definition, let it guide your financial decisions. When you're clear about what wealth means to you, it's easier to resist societal pressures to overspend or chase status symbols that don't serve your goals. Let's also consider the impact of stress on your financial decisions. Chronic stress can cloud your judgment, leading to impulsive choices like overspending or avoiding important tasks like budgeting. Rewiring your mind includes developing strategies to manage stress so it doesn't derail your progress. Simple practices like meditation, exercise, or journaling can help you stay calm and focused. For example, try a 5-minute breathing exercise before reviewing your finances to approach the task with a clear head. You can also create a financial stress plan, For tough times, maybe it's a small emergency fund or a list of low-cost activities to replace stress-induced spending. By managing stress proactively, you protect your ability to make rational, goal-oriented decisions. Another key mindset shift is embracing adaptability. The financial world is constantly changing. New technologies, market trends, and economic shifts create both challenges and opportunities. A rigid mindset that clings to old strategies or fears change can hold you back. Instead, cultivate a flexible approach. Stay open to new ideas, like exploring cryptocurrency if it aligns with your risk tolerance or adapting your budget to account for rising costs. Adaptability also means being willing to pivot when a strategy isn't working. For example, if a side hustle isn't generating the income you expected, don't stubbornly stick with it. Evaluate whether it's worth your time or if you should try something else. This flexibility keeps you resilient in the face of uncertainty. The role of community cannot be overstated. While personal discipline is crucial, you don't have to go it alone. Surround yourself with people who share your financial goals or who can offer guidance. This could mean joining a local investment club, participating in online forums like Reddit's personal finance communities, or finding an accountability partner to check in with regularly. These connections provide support, ideas, and motivation. For instance, sharing your savings goals with a friend can make you more likely to stick to them, as you'll feel accountable to someone else. Plus, hearing others' stories, both successes and struggles, normalizes the ups and downs of the financial journey, making it less isolating. Let's talk about the importance of celebrating progress, no matter how small. Rewiring your mind requires positive reinforcement to sustain momentum. Too often, people focus only on the end goal, like reaching $1 million in net worth, and overlook the milestones along the way. Did you pay off a credit card? Save your first $1,000. Stick to your budget for 3 months straight. These are victories worth celebrating. Treat yourself in a way that aligns with your goals, maybe a nice dinner at home instead of an expensive night out. Celebrating keeps you motivated and reinforces the idea that you're capable of progress, which strengthens your confidence to tackle bigger challenges. Another mindset shift is learning to think like an investor, not just a saver. Saving is important, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. Investing, whether in stocks, real estate, or your own education, multiplies your wealth over time. Many people shy away from investing because it feels risky or complicated, but you don't need to be a Wall Street expert to start. Begin with low-risk options like index funds, which offer broad market exposure and historically solid returns. Educate yourself gradually, and don't let fear of mistakes stop you. The investor mindset is about seeing money as a tool for growth, not just something to hoard. For example, instead of letting $10,000 sit in a low-interest savings account, you might invest it in a diversified portfolio, knowing that over decades, it could grow significantly. Let's also address the concept of lifestyle inflation and how to avoid it. As your income grows, it's tempting to increase your spending. Bigger house, nicer car, fancier vacations. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it can sabotage your financial progress. Rewiring your mind means resisting the urge to equate higher income with higher spending. Instead, channel extra income into savings, investments, or debt repayment. For example, if you get a raise, commit to saving or investing at least 50% of it before adjusting your lifestyle. This habit ensures that your wealth grows faster than your expenses, keeping you on track for long-term success. Another transformative idea is to practice financial mindfulness. This means being fully present and intentional with your money decisions. Before making a purchase, pause and ask, does this align with my goals? Am I buying this out of habit, emotion, or genuine need? This practice helps you break free from autopilot spending and builds a deeper connection to your financial choices. For example, if you're tempted to buy a new gadget, wait 24 hours and see if the urge passes. Often, you'll find that the desire was fleeting, and you've saved money by being mindful. Over time, this habit strengthens your self-control and aligns your spending with your values. Let's also consider the role of gratitude in a broader sense. Beyond appreciating what you have, gratitude can inspire you to give back, which paradoxically can enhance your financial mindset. Giving, whether it's donating to a cause, helping a friend, or sharing knowledge, creates a sense of abundance. It reminds you that you have enough to share, which counters the scarcity mindset that drives fear-based decisions. Start small, like donating $10 to a charity or teaching a friend how to budget. These acts reinforce the idea that wealth is not just about accumulating but about creating value for others, which can motivate you to keep building. Another critical point is learning to trust yourself. Financial success requires confidence in your ability to make decisions, even when the path isn't clear. Doubt can lead to paralysis, avoiding investments, delaying goals, or second-guessing every choice. Build trust by starting with small, low-stakes decisions, like saving $100 or researching a single stock. As you see positive results, your confidence will grow. If you make a mistake, treat it as a learning opportunity rather than a reason to doubt yourself. Over time, this self-trust becomes a cornerstone of your financial mindset, empowering you to take bold but calculated steps toward your goals. Finally, let's emphasize the importance of long-term thinking. Financial success is not about quick wins, it's about building systems and habits that compound over time. Think of your financial journey like planting a forest. Each small action, saving, investing, learning, is a seed. Some seeds grow slowly, others sprout quickly, but together, they create something vast and enduring. Commit to consistency, even when results feel far off. For example, contributing $200 a month to a retirement account might seem insignificant now, but over 30 years, it could grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars. This long-term perspective keeps you grounded and prevents you from chasing fads or shortcuts that rarely deliver. By integrating these principles, visualization, growth mindset, curiosity, reframing failure, financial feedback loops, minimalism, redefining wealth, stress management, adaptability, community, celebrating progress, investor mindset, avoiding lifestyle inflation, financial mindfulness, gratitude, self-trust, and long-term thinking, you create a robust mental framework for financial success. This journey is about more than money, it's about becoming the kind of person who can navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and live a life aligned with your deepest values. Keep learning, stay patient, and trust that every step forward is building the foundation for a financially empowered future. Please subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell so you'll be alerted whenever we upload a new video. The journey of rewiring your mind for financial success is an ongoing process, one that demands not only persistence but also a willingness to evolve as you encounter new challenges and opportunities. It's about cultivating a mindset that sees money not as a source of stress or status but as a tool for creating a life of purpose and freedom. As you build on the foundational principles of self-awareness, discipline, and long-term thinking, let's dive deeper into additional strategies and perspectives that can further transform your approach to wealth building. These ideas will help you refine your mental framework, stay motivated, and navigate the complexities of financial success with confidence and clarity. One powerful concept to embrace is the idea of financial agency. This is the belief that you have control over your financial destiny, regardless of your starting point or external circumstances. Many people feel trapped by their financial situation, whether it's a low income, debt, or economic uncertainty, and this sense of powerlessness can paralyze progress. Rewiring your mind means rejecting the victim mindset and taking ownership of your choices. You may not control the economy or your past, but you can control how you respond. For example, if you're in debt, instead of feeling defeated, create a plan to tackle it, even if it's paying $20 extra toward the principal each month. If your income is limited, explore ways to increase it, like learning a new skill or negotiating a raise. Financial agency is about recognizing that every small action you take compounds over time, giving you the power to shape your future. Another captivating idea is to treat your financial journey like a game. Gamification can make the process of building wealth more engaging and less daunting. Set up challenges for yourself, like saving a certain amount by a specific date or cutting one unnecessary expense each month. Reward yourself for hitting milestones, maybe a small treat like a favorite meal or a day trip, while keeping rewards aligned with your goals. You can also use apps that gamify saving or investing, like those that round up purchases and invest the change or offer streaks for consistent saving. This approach taps into your brain's love for achievement and progress, making financial discipline feel less like a chore and more like an adventure. Over time, this playful mindset can transform how you view money, turning it into a tool for creativity rather than a source of stress. Let's explore the role of intuition in financial decision-making. While logic and research are critical, your intuition, your gut feeling, can also guide you when used wisely. Rewiring your mind involves learning to trust your instincts while balancing them with data. For example, if you're considering an investment and something feels off, take it as a signal to dig deeper. Maybe the company's financials don't add up, or the opportunity sounds too good to be true. Conversely, if you feel drawn to a particular career path or side hustle, explore it. It might align with your strengths in ways you haven't fully articulated. To hone your financial intuition, practice reflecting on past decisions. When did your gut steer you right or wrong? What patterns do you notice? Over time, combining intuition with knowledge creates a powerful decision-making tool that sets you apart. Another transformative mindset shift is to focus on abundance creation, rather than just wealth accumulation. Abundance creation means actively building a life where resources, time, money, opportunities flow naturally because of the value you provide. This could involve starting a business that solves a problem, developing a skill that's in high demand, or creating content that inspires others. For instance, if you're passionate about fitness, you might start a blog or YouTube channel sharing workout tips, eventually monetizing it through sponsorships or coaching. This approach shifts your focus from simply saving money to generating more of it through creativity and impact. It also fosters a sense of purpose, as your financial success becomes tied to the value you bring to others, reinforcing a positive feedback loop. The concept of financial resilience is another critical piece of the puzzle. Life is unpredictable. Job losses, medical emergencies, or market crashes can derail even the best-laid plans. Rewiring your mind means preparing for uncertainty without being consumed by it. Build a financial safety net, like an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses, to give yourself peace of mind. But resilience isn't just about money in the bank, it's about mental toughness. Practice scenario planning. What would you do if you lost your job? How would you handle a sudden $5,000 expense? Thinking through these what-ifs reduces fear and builds confidence in your ability to adapt. For example, you might identify skills you could monetize quickly, like freelancing, or assets you could liquidate in a pinch. This proactive mindset ensures you're ready for life's curveballs. Let's also consider the power of micro-investments in yourself. While financial investments like stocks or real estate are important, investing in your own growth can yield even higher returns. These micro-investments are small, intentional actions that enhance your skills, knowledge, or well-being. For example, spending $50 on an online course about digital marketing could lead to a side hustle that generates thousands. Or dedicating 10 minutes a day to reading about personal finance could spark ideas that save you hundreds in fees. Even investing in your health, like eating better or exercising, can save money on medical costs and boost your energy for pursuing financial goals. The key is to see yourself as your greatest asset and prioritize small, consistent investments that compound over time. Another engaging perspective is to adopt a systems thinking approach to your finances. Systems thinking involves seeing your financial life as an interconnected web of habits, choices, and outcomes, rather than isolated actions. For example, overspending on dining out doesn't just affect your budget, it might reduce your savings, increase your stress, and limit your ability to invest. By understanding these connections, you can design systems that work together to support your goals. Create a morning routine that includes reviewing your budget or checking your investments to start the day with intention. Set up automatic savings transfers to ensure you're prioritizing wealth building. Link your financial goals to your daily habits, like cooking at home to save money or reading one financial article a week to stay informed. This holistic approach makes your financial life more cohesive and sustainable. The role of storytelling in financial success is another fascinating angle. Humans are wired for stories, and the narratives you tell yourself about money shape your behavior. If your story is, "I'm terrible with money," you'll act in ways that reinforce that belief. Rewiring your mind means crafting a new story, one where you're capable, resourceful, and on a path to financial freedom. Write down your money story, as it is now, including any negative beliefs or past mistakes. Then rewrite it as a narrative of empowerment. "I'm learning to manage my money wisely and building a secure future." Share this story with yourself through journaling or affirmations, and let it guide your actions. For example, if your new story is about being a savvy investor, take one small step, like opening a brokerage account, to make it real. Over time, this narrative becomes your reality. Let's also dive into the concept of financial flow. Just as athletes talk about being in the zone, you can cultivate a state of financial flow where your actions align effortlessly with your goals. This happens when you're clear about your priorities, confident in your decisions, and free from distractions like financial clutter or emotional stress. To achieve this, simplify your financial life, consolidate accounts, automate payments, and focus on a few key goals. Practice mindfulness to stay present during financial tasks, whether it's budgeting or researching investments. When you're in flow, decisions feel less overwhelming, and you're more likely to stick with your plan. For example, if you're in a flow state while budgeting, you might find creative ways to cut expenses without feeling deprived, like hosting game nights instead of going out. Another key idea is to embrace constraint-driven creativity. Limitations, like a tight budget or limited time, can spark innovative solutions. Instead of seeing constraints as obstacles, view them as opportunities to think differently. For example, if you can't afford a pricey vacation, plan a local adventure that's just as memorable but costs a fraction of the price. If you're short on time to start a side hustle, find low-effort options like selling unused items online or offering a service based on your existing skills. Constraints force you to prioritize and get creative, which can lead to breakthroughs. A famous example is how some entrepreneurs built multi-million-dollar businesses with minimal startup capital by leveraging free tools or bartering services. This mindset turns scarcity into a catalyst for growth. The influence of language on your financial mindset is another compelling point. The words you use when talking about money shape your perception and behavior. Phrases like, "I can't afford it," or "I'm broke," reinforce a sense of lack, while "I'm choosing to prioritize my savings," or "I'm building wealth," empower you. Pay attention to your financial vocabulary and intentionally shift it. For example, instead of saying, "I have to cut back," say, "I'm redirecting my money toward my goals." This subtle change reframes sacrifices as choices, making them feel empowering rather than restrictive. Over time, this linguistic shift rewires your brain to see financial decisions as opportunities for growth. Let's also explore the idea of financial identity. Who you believe you are shapes how you handle money. If you see yourself as someone who's bad with money, you'll act in ways that confirm that identity. Rewiring your mind means crafting a new financial identity, one that aligns with your goals. For example, adopt the identity of a wealth builder or a financial strategist. To reinforce this, take actions that match this identity, like reading investment books, tracking your net worth, or meeting with a financial advisor. Over time, these actions solidify your new identity, making it easier to stay disciplined. Think of it like method acting. Embody the role of someone who's financially successful, and your habits will follow. Another transformative concept is financial gratitude in action. Beyond feeling grateful for what you have, put gratitude into practice by using your resources to create positive impact. This could mean donating a small amount to a cause you care about, helping a friend with a financial tip, or investing in your community. For example, if you've learned how to budget effectively, share your knowledge with a family member struggling with debt. These actions reinforce the idea that you have enough to give, which fosters an abundance mindset. They also create a ripple effect. Your generosity might inspire others to take control of their finances, creating a virtuous cycle of growth. Finally, let's emphasize the power of incremental courage. Financial success often requires bold moves. Starting a business, investing in a new market, or negotiating a higher salary, but you don't need to leap into these decisions unprepared. Build courage incrementally by taking small, calculated risks. For example, if you're nervous about investing, start with a $100 investment in a low-risk fund. If you want to ask for a raise, practice the conversation with a friend first. Each small act of courage builds your confidence, preparing you for bigger leaps. Over time, these incremental steps create a mindset that sees risk as a gateway to opportunity, not a barrier. By weaving together these ideas, financial agency, gamification, intuition, abundance creation, resilience, micro-investments, systems thinking, storytelling, financial flow, constraint-driven creativity, language, financial identity, gratitude in action, and incremental courage, you create a rich, multifaceted approach to rewiring your mind. This journey is about more than just accumulating wealth. It's about becoming a person who approaches money with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Every step you take, whether it's learning a new skill, reframing a belief, or taking a small risk, moves you closer to a life where financial success is not just a goal but a natural extension of who you are. Keep pushing forward, stay curious, and trust that your efforts will shape a future of freedom and possibility. As you deepen your journey of rewiring your mind for financial success, the process becomes less about mastering a set of rules and more about embracing a dynamic, evolving relationship with money. It's about building a mindset that not only drives wealth creation but also fosters resilience, creativity, and a sense of purpose. The strategies and perspectives you adopt now will shape not just your financial future but also how you navigate life's uncertainties. Let's explore additional captivating ideas to further transform your approach, keeping you engaged and empowered as you continue to rewire your mind for lasting success. One compelling concept is the idea of financial curiosity loops. These are intentional cycles of learning, experimenting, and reflecting that keep you growing financially. Start by identifying a financial topic that intrigues you. Maybe it's real estate investing, cryptocurrency, or tax optimization. Dive into it with curiosity, not pressure. Read a book, listen to a podcast, or take a free online course. Then, experiment with a small action, like investing $50 in a real estate crowdfunding platform or adjusting your tax withholdings to maximize your refund. Afterward, reflect. What worked? What didn't? What did you learn? This loop, learn, act, reflect, creates a continuous cycle of growth that keeps you engaged and prevents stagnation. For example, someone curious about passive income might learn about dividend stocks, invest a small amount, and reflect on the returns, adjusting their strategy over time. This approach makes financial growth feel like an exciting exploration rather than a daunting task. Another transformative idea is to embrace financial serendipity. This is the art of staying open to unexpected opportunities that can accelerate your wealth building. Rewiring your mind means training yourself to spot and seize these moments. For instance, a casual conversation at a networking event might lead to a job offer, a side hustle opportunity, or a tip about an undervalued investment. To cultivate serendipity, put yourself in environments where opportunities are likely to arise. Attend industry events, join online communities, or engage with people who share your goals. Stay curious and approachable, and don't dismiss ideas that seem outside your comfort zone. A real-life example: someone who started a blog as a hobby might stumble into a partnership that turns it into a full-time income stream. By staying open and proactive, you create space for fortunate accidents that can change your financial trajectory. Let's also consider the power of financial alignment. This means ensuring your money decisions reflect your core values and life goals. Misalignment happens when you spend or invest in ways that conflict with what matters most to you. For example, if family is your top priority, but you're working 80-hour weeks to chase a high salary, you're out of alignment. Rewiring your mind involves regularly checking in with your values and adjusting your financial choices accordingly. Create a list of your top 3 values, say, freedom, security, and creativity, and evaluate your financial habits against them. Are you saving enough to feel secure? Are you investing in ways that give you freedom? Are you spending on things that spark joy or creativity? This alignment creates a sense of harmony, reducing stress and making your financial journey feel more meaningful. For instance, if creativity is a core value, you might allocate funds to a side project like writing a book, which could also generate income over time. Another captivating perspective is to adopt a legacy mindset. Instead of focusing solely on personal wealth, think about the impact you want to leave behind. This could mean building generational wealth for your family, funding a scholarship, or supporting a cause you care about. A legacy mindset shifts your focus from short-term gains to long-term impact, which can be incredibly motivating. For example, imagine setting up a trust fund that ensures your children or grandchildren have access to education or a home. This vision can inspire you to save more diligently or invest more strategically. To start, write down one legacy goal and identify a small step toward it, like opening a dedicated savings account or researching estate planning. This mindset not only fuels discipline but also gives your financial efforts a deeper sense of purpose. The concept of financial momentum is another powerful tool. Momentum is the force that builds when you take consistent, small actions over time, creating a snowball effect. Rewiring your mind means recognizing that even tiny steps, like saving $10 a week or reading one financial article, add up. The key is to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. For example, if you start investing $100 a month in an index fund at age 30, with an average 7% annual return, you could have over $200,000 by age 60. That's the power of momentum. To sustain it, track your progress visually, use a chart or app to see your savings grow or your debt shrink. This visual feedback reinforces your commitment and makes the process feel rewarding, even before you hit your big goals. Let's explore the idea of financial micro-habits. These are small, almost effortless actions that integrate into your daily routine and compound over time. For example, spend 5 minutes each morning reviewing your bank account to stay aware of your spending. Or set a rule to wait 48 hours before making any non-essential purchase over $50. These micro-habits are easy to stick with because they require minimal willpower, yet they create a ripple effect. For instance, checking your account daily might help you spot a recurring subscription you forgot about, saving you $20 a month. Over a year, that's $240 you can redirect to savings or investments. The beauty of micro-habits is that they're sustainable, gradually reshaping your financial behavior without overwhelming you. Another engaging concept is financial storytelling through data. Numbers tell a story about your habits, priorities, and progress. Rewiring your mind means becoming comfortable with your financial data and using it to craft a narrative of growth. Start by tracking your net worth, your assets minus your liabilities, every quarter. This single number encapsulates your financial health and can be incredibly motivating as it grows. Use tools like spreadsheets or apps to visualize your data, such as a graph showing your debt decreasing or your investments rising. This storytelling approach makes abstract numbers feel personal and actionable. For example, seeing your net worth increase by $1,000 after a year of disciplined saving can inspire you to double down on your efforts. The role of financial humility is another critical mindset shift. Success doesn't mean you have all the answers, it means being humble enough to seek help when needed. No one achieves financial independence alone. Whether it's consulting a financial advisor, asking a mentor for advice, or learning from others' mistakes, humility opens doors to growth. For example, if you're unsure about investing, don't let pride stop you from taking a beginner's course or asking a knowledgeable friend for guidance. Humility also means acknowledging when you've made a mistake, like overspending or choosing a bad investment, and using it as a chance to learn. This mindset keeps you grounded and open to improvement, which is essential for long-term success. Let's also dive into the idea of financial playfulness. Money can feel heavy, but injecting a sense of play can make the journey more enjoyable. Experiment with creative ways to save or earn, like challenging yourself to a no-spend week or turning a hobby into a side hustle. For example, if you love photography, sell prints online or offer portrait sessions locally. Playfulness also means exploring what-if scenarios. What if you cut your grocery bill by 20%? What if you invested your next bonus instead of spending it? These experiments spark creativity and keep you engaged. They also reduce the fear of failure, as you're playing, rather than striving for perfection. Over time, this playful approach can lead to unexpected breakthroughs, like discovering a new income stream or a budgeting hack that saves you hundreds. Another transformative idea is to practice financial gratitude journaling. Beyond general gratitude, this involves writing specifically about your financial blessings, big or small. Maybe you're grateful for a steady paycheck, a coupon that saved you $10, or the fact that you paid off a credit card. Write down 3 financial gratitudes each day, and over time, you'll notice a shift in perspective. This practice counters the tendency to focus on what's lacking, fostering an abundance mindset that fuels smarter decisions. For example, someone who journals about their gratitude for a small raise might feel motivated to invest it rather than spend it impulsively. This habit rewires your brain to see money as a source of opportunity, not anxiety. The concept of financial scaffolding is another powerful tool. Just as a building needs scaffolding during construction, your financial life benefits from temporary structures that support your growth. These could be accountability partners, budgeting apps, or short-term challenges that keep you on track. For example, partner with a friend to check in weekly on your savings goals, or use an app like YNAB. You need a budget to guide your spending. You might also try a 30-day challenge, like cooking all meals at home or avoiding online shopping. These scaffolds provide structure while you build new habits, and once those habits are solid, you can remove the supports and trust your discipline. This approach makes change feel manageable and sustainable. Let's also consider the idea of financial ecosystems. Your financial life doesn't exist in isolation, it's part of a larger ecosystem that includes your career, relationships, health, and personal growth. Rewiring your mind means optimizing this ecosystem to support your goals. For example, if your job is draining your energy, it might limit your ability to focus on financial planning. Consider negotiating a better work-life balance or exploring a career change that aligns with your financial goals. Similarly, if stress from financial worries is affecting your health, prioritize self-care practices like exercise or meditation to stay sharp. By nurturing the entire ecosystem, career, relationships, health, you create a foundation that makes financial success more achievable. Another captivating perspective is to embrace financial improvisation. Life rarely goes according to plan, and the ability to adapt on the fly is a superpower. Think of yourself as a jazz musician, riffing off unexpected notes. If a sudden expense disrupts your budget, improvise by cutting back elsewhere or finding a quick side gig. If an investment underperforms, pivot to a different strategy based on what you've learned. Improvisation requires confidence and creativity, which you build by practicing flexibility in small ways. For example, if your favorite coffee shop raises prices, improvise by brewing coffee at home or finding a cheaper alternative. This mindset keeps you nimble and resilient, turning challenges into opportunities. Finally, let's explore the idea of financial legacy through teaching. One of the most powerful ways to solidify your own financial mindset is to share your knowledge with others. Teaching forces you to clarify your understanding and reinforces your commitment to your principles. You don't need to be an expert. Start by sharing simple tips with friends or family, like how to create a budget or why compound interest matters. You could also volunteer to lead a financial literacy workshop in your community or mentor a younger person. For example, teaching a teenager how to save for their first car can remind you to stay disciplined with your own goals. This act of giving back creates a sense of purpose and strengthens your financial identity. Rewiring your mind for financial success is a transformative journey that goes beyond dollars and cents. It's about reshaping how you think, feel, and act around money, aligning your habits with your deepest values, and building a life of purpose and freedom. Through concepts like financial curiosity loops, serendipity, alignment, legacy, momentum, micro-habits, storytelling, humility, playfulness, gratitude journaling, scaffolding, ecosystems, improvisation, and teaching, you create a rich, dynamic approach to wealth building. Each idea adds a layer to your mental framework, helping you navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and stay motivated. The key is to start where you are, with the resources and knowledge you have now. Take small, intentional steps, whether it's saving $10, learning a new skill, or reframing a limiting belief, and trust that they will compound over time. Celebrate your progress, learn from setbacks, and stay open to growth. Financial success isn't about perfection, it's about persistence, adaptability, and belief in your ability to shape your future. As you continue this journey, you'll not only build wealth but also cultivate a mindset that empowers you to live with confidence, creativity, and purpose. Your financial future is yours to create. Start today, and keep moving forward. Did you like this audio? Please subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell so you'll be alerted whenever we upload a new video. See you on the next one.